Hey YouTube, I've just spent way too much time trying to make a movie to explain why transition isn't a choice. And rather than try to do another take, I'm just going to leave it at this. Being gay isn't a choice. And the people who say that being gay is a choice are people who want to build an argument that rests on that assumption. Because once you say gay is a choice, then it's easy to criticize gay people, criticize their lifestyle, suggest that they brought this upon themselves, and really build your argument around that false principle. And so the same thing really is happening when people are deliberately saying that transition is a choice, because they're then saying kind of whatever argument they want to make against trans people is predicated on a man choosing to be a woman or vice versa, when in reality, people don't choose to be trans any more than people choose to be gay. You do decide to transition, but that is generally because living as the sex you were assigned at birth as is really just too painful, and really not a good alternative. There's a reason that the medical community has said that transition is medically necessary, and it's not because it's a choice, it's because it's necessary. It is something that they need to do to survive, to live as good of a life as possible that they can have. And so that is why transition isn't a choice so much as it is a decision. It's taking ownership over your life rather than trying to tough it out. And in many cases, people try to tough it out as long as possible. So they become sort of macho men, jocks maybe, in my case, and a couple of other girls on YouTube. Or they try to become a family man, have a wife, kids, or be really sick. They try to compensate, essentially, for their transness and try to avoid it, basically at all costs. And if they could choose to not transition, I think a lot of trans people would do that. But they can't, because it just keeps on nagging at you, it keeps on pulling at you, and eventually you decide that transitioning is better than dealing with all those other feelings. And eventually you just decide that transition is the only option. It's not one of several choices, it is the only one that's available. That makes any sense, and you do it.